On a regular Monday morning, the bank was bustling with activity as customers conducted their transactions in an atmosphere of professionalism and formality. Among the crowd, Lisa, a black woman and the newly appointed branch president, walked in wearing a casual outfit, jeans, a simple jacket, and sneakers. Her appearance, unassuming yet confident, stood out against the polished, luxurious surroundings of the bank. As Lisa entered, the energy in the room subtly shifted. Employees behind the counter exchanged quick glances, their expressions betraying surprise and subtle judgment. Other customers in the waiting area began whispering among themselves, some openly staring, their curiosity mixed with discomfort. Her casual attire seemed to clash with the expectation of formality in such an environment. Despite the growing tension, Lisa remained composed. The murmurs around her, though clearly audible, did not faze her. One voice in the crowd whispered loudly enough for her to hear, "She must have come to the wrong place." Lisa ignored the taunt, walking with quiet determination toward the counter. Each step exuded a calm confidence, even as the unspoken biases in the room became increasingly evident. As Lisa approached the counter, she was met by a teller named Amanda, whose expression immediately betrayed impatience and disdain. Amanda, eyeing Lisa's casual attire and making assumptions about her, leaned forward with a faint, mocking smile. "Excuse me," she said in a sarcastic tone, "are you here to borrow money? I'm afraid the bank has run out of cash today." Her words were laced with thinly veiled contempt, and as she glanced over Lisa's shoulder at her colleagues, a few of them chuckled quietly, clearly entertained by the remark. Lisa remained silent, her calm demeanor unwavering. Amanda, emboldened by Lisa's lack of reaction, continued, her tone growing sharper. "Perhaps you should wait outside," she said with mock politeness, "and we'll call you if we have time to meet you, if there's time at all." Around her, other employees exchanged smirks and knowing glances, their laughter barely suppressed. The disdain in the room was palpable, as if Lisa's appearance alone had stripped her of the dignity and respect every customer deserved. Though the ridicule was blatant, Lisa chose not to respond with anger. Instead, she observed quietly, her narrowed eyes hinting at determination rather than indignation. Amanda, taking her silence as submission, pushed further. "You must be here to apply for some kind of benefit, right? If not, maybe you've come to the wrong place." Her words dripped with condescension, drawing more suppressed giggles from her peers. Lisa's presence was a curiosity to them, a source of entertainment rather than someone worthy of professional courtesy. Still calm, Lisa finally spoke, her voice firm yet composed. "I'm not here to borrow money." Her statement, though simple, silenced the room for a brief moment, as Amanda and the others looked at her with a mix of amusement and disbelief. Unable to comprehend Lisa's quiet confidence, Amanda's expression hardened. "If you don't leave," she said, raising her voice slightly, "I'll have to call security." The tension in the room thickened, but Lisa's resolve remained unshaken. Without raising her voice or showing anger, she looked Amanda in the eye and replied, "I'd like to speak to the branch manager." Her words, calm and deliberate, hinted at an authority the staff failed to recognize. Despite Amanda's sharp tone and repeated threats to call security, Lisa maintained her composure. Her expression was calm, her gaze steady, showing neither anger nor frustration. Instead of reacting to the teller's rude behavior, Lisa spoke in a measured voice. I'd like to see the branch manager." Her calm request caught Amanda off guard for a moment. Confidence in Lisa's voice contrasted sharply with the dismissive assumptions the staff had made about her. However, Amanda quickly masked her surprise, raising an eyebrow and replying with a sarcastic smirk. Do you have an appointment? Our manager is a very busy person, not someone just anyone can meet whenever they please." Around them, other employees exchanged amused glances, still dismissing Lisa as unimportant. The air was thick with condescension as Amanda continued, "You'd better go wait outside instead of wasting our time." Lisa's composed demeanor, however, began to make some of the staff uneasy. Though they didn't fully understand why, there was something about her presence that demanded attention. Remaining calm, Lisa looked Amanda in the eye and replied simply, "I'll wait, but when I come back tomorrow, you'll understand who I am." Her words, delivered with quiet authority, left Amanda momentarily speechless. After stating calmly that she would return, Lisa turned and walked out of the bank, her head held high. Behind her, the whispers and quiet laughter of the staff continued, their mockery fueled by their inability to see her for who she truly was. Undeterred, Lisa left with a sense of purpose, knowing that this was only the beginning of the changes she intended to make. Once outside, she took out her phone and dialed the number of the branch manager, Mr. Stevenson. Her voice, calm but firm, carried a weight of seriousness as she introduced herself. "Hello, Mr. Stevenson. This is Lisa. I just left your branch and I need to discuss an incident that occurred there." Mr. Stevenson, caught off guard, immediately recognized her name. He had been informed of her recent appointment but had not expected her unannounced visit. "Lisa, were you just at my branch? What happened?" he asked, his tone filled with concern. Lisa recounted her experience in detail, describing the rude and discriminatory behavior of the staff. "This isn't just a personal matter," she emphasized. "It reflects a deeper issue within the culture of your branch." Her words left Mr. Stevenson shocked and deeply troubled. Mr. Stevenson was stunned as Lisa recounted her experience, detailing the dismissive and discriminatory behavior she encountered at his branch. Shocked and deeply apologetic, he struggled to process how such unprofessional conduct could have occurred, especially directed at the person appointed to lead the branch. "Lisa, I am truly sorry for what you went through," he said, his tone heavy with regret. "I've heard minor complaints about the staff's behavior before, but I never imagined it could be this severe." Lisa, calm but resolute, replied, "This isn't just about me. It's about the culture here, a culture that allows such blatant disrespect and bias to go unchecked. If this is how I was treated, I can only imagine how other customers might feel." Realizing the gravity of the situation, Mr. Stevenson quickly agreed to take action. "You're absolutely right, Lisa. We need to address this immediately," he said, his voice firm with determination. "I'll arrange a meeting with all the employees tomorrow morning. You'll have the platform to speak directly to the team and set the tone for what this branch needs to become." Lisa thanked him and ended the call, confident that this was the first step toward meaningful change. The next morning, the atmosphere in the conference room was tense as all the bank employees gathered for the staff meeting. Whispers and curious glances filled the room as they speculated about the purpose of the gathering. Mr. Stevenson sat silently at the head of the table, his expression unreadable, heightening the suspense. When the door opened, Lisa entered the room with quiet confidence. The employees immediately recognized her as the woman they had mocked the previous day. Startled, some began to whisper, while others sat frozen, unsure of what to expect. Without hesitation, Lisa walked to the head of the table, placed her belongings down, and took the seat usually reserved for Mr. Stevenson. The room fell silent as Mr. Stevenson stood and addressed the group. "Everyone, I'd like you to meet Lisa, our new branch president." His words sent a shockwave through the room. The employees who had ridiculed her the day before turned pale, their embarrassment written across their faces. Lisa scanned the room with a calm but firm expression, her presence commanding attention. She had chosen this moment not to exact revenge, but to establish her leadership and signal that change was on the horizon. Lisa began her address with a calm yet authoritative tone, her eyes scanning the room filled with employees who now sat in uneasy silence. "Yesterday, I walked into this bank as a regular customer," she started. "I wasn't wearing a suit or carrying any signs of importance. What I experienced was not just disappointing, it was a reflection of the culture in this branch." Her words hung in the air, heavy with meaning, as several employees lowered their heads, their earlier confidence now replaced by shame. Lisa continued, "I was mocked, dismissed, and judged, treated not as a valued customer but as someone unworthy of respect. If this is how you treat people based on appearances, it's not just a personal issue, it's a systemic problem." Despite the weight of her words, Lisa's tone remained steady and understanding. "I'm not here to punish anyone. I'm here to give you an opportunity, a chance to change the way you see and treat others, to build a workplace where every customer and employee feels respected and valued." Her gaze moved across the room, ensuring her message reached every individual. "This branch has the potential to be better, but it starts with you. Change begins today, and I expect all of us to rise to this challenge." Lisa's tone grew firm as she shifted from addressing the past to outlining her vision for the future. "From this moment forward," she began, "every individual who walks through the doors of this bank, whether they're a customer, a colleague, or anyone else, will be treated with respect, fairness, and professionalism. There will be no exceptions." She paused to let her words sink in, her gaze steady as it moved across the room. Discrimination, judgment, or dismissive behavior, whether based on someone's appearance, race, gender, or background, has no place here. This is not just about being polite, it's about fostering a culture where everyone feels valued and safe. Lisa's voice took on a sharper edge as she delivered a clear warning. "If anyone feels they cannot meet these standards, I'm sorry, but this will no longer be the right place for you. Change is not optional, it's necessary. This branch is going to be an example of excellence, and that starts with how we treat each other and our customers." The room was silent, the weight of her words hanging heavily. "We are not just a bank, we are a community," Lisa concluded. "It's time we act like one. Together, we can make this a place we can all be proud of." Her determination left no room for doubt. Change was non-negotiable. Lisa closed her address with a vision that was both inspiring and firm. "This bank will not just be a place of transactions," she said. "It will be a community where respect, fairness, and safety are at the forefront of everything we do. Every customer, no matter who they are or what they look like, should feel valued the moment they walk through our doors." Her words carried a weight that left no room for doubt, her tone striking a balance between compassion and resolve. This isn't just about changing behavior, it's about reshaping our culture. Together, we will build an environment where every employee takes pride in their work and every customer feels respected. Lisa's powerful message resonated deeply with the staff, many of whom were now visibly affected. They realized this wasn't a mere reprimand, but the beginning of a transformation that demanded their full commitment. As she concluded, Lisa's steady gaze swept the room. "This is our chance to create something better, and it starts now." Her vision marked the start of a new era, leaving a profound impression on the team and signaling that change was no longer an option but a necessity.